Take what we've done just in the last month, in a few days, beating the drum of states' rights to this federal takeover. The outrage is there. The public's waking up. Now we need to take the states over. Need to remove the electronic voting machines. First, we've got to discredit the electronic voting machines and educate folks they're a fraud. You know, it all first comes with knowledge. It's like if your engine's blown and you want to go fix the engine, but you don't know how to fix it. You've got to learn how to fix the engine first. And so this is the crossroads we're at. This is a very important time in history right now. And look at how I've been beating the drum for 13 plus years about the police state and the New World Order and the FEMA camps and the troops trying to take your guns. And people laughed at me and it was a big joke. I didn't care. I knew they were preparing for it. I had the documents. I showed them to people. We had the video of them training. And I knew that as it unfolded, I hoped we just had more time to back them off so we could wake people up. And we have done that now. And now I talk to my dad, I talk to my uncles, I talk to cousins, I talk to people all over the country and the world, and they say, Alex, the Japanese parliament is watching your films and committee hearings. And we have Japanese parliament members on, we've woken up. And Alex, members of the Italian parliament are listening, and Russia is listening, and Germany is listening, and leaders in our government are listening, and I get generals and admirals calling me up, retired, and colonels, and special forces people, and they know. And they're like, how did you know? And I ran right into it. There were urban warfare drills. I said, what are these? I found out it was a takeover plan. I started warning people. So what? I'm trying to save people. I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to save myself. It's symbiotic. If I don't help others find out the truth, if I don't make sure they're free, I don't have any future either. See, the New World Order teaches you how to be selfish. I don't care what's happened to my neighbors and others as long as I got mine. But then when they don't care about you, you get enslaved as well. See, it's a mutual defense. When we defend liberty, defend freedom, stand up against oppression, aren't cowed by the police state. When we analyze its architecture and expose it, then the people see it going into place. Just like we talk about Internet 2, 5-6 years ago, now it's mainstream news. Our credibility just went up again. Now people know it's true. They know Internet 2 is a takeover. They're fighting it. Yeah, people say, well, where's the martial law? Well, where's the police state, Alex? Well, Congress has been threatened with martial law. Federal Reserve Bank governors have said they're not even allowed to know what's going on. They're under war powers and martial law. Northcom is now in control. They're announcing they're going to put troops on the streets. That's another ratchet up in the police state, in the martial law grid, in the Richter scale. But because we exposed this so diligently for so long, now their rollout of this program isn't going to go as well. And the praise goes to those men and women out there who knew the truth, who checked out my info, who took action, who made copies of Police State 2, The Takeover, Police State 3, Total Enslavement, Police State 2000. Those of you that made copies of my radio shows, those of you that did it back on cassette tape, 12, 13 years ago, those of you that spread the word and put my films on Access TV, those of you that did that, you are wonderful. And you're an example to us all of what other people need to be doing, not sitting there. A lot of people will procrastinate. I want to paint my house and I want to put some new eaves on it and fix the leaks. But they overanalyze for years. They plan it. They talk about it. Most people do this. We need people who are full of action. Elvis said, a little less talk, a little more action. In fact, let's pull that up. Pull that up on YouTube. Elvis, a little less talk, a little more action. I want to play a clip of that later. A little less talk, a little more action. Now, he's talking about something else with a woman, but we're using it in the connotation of resisting. And that's what we need. We need action, action, action. That's what this radio show's about. The websites, the films, the guests, a platform to bring others on. It's so wonderful. Our platform is just accelerating, getting bigger and bigger by the minute. That's why they're racing to shut down the web. And we're just one part of that, but a big part of that fight. And it's all of us in symbiosis, in the symbiotic relationship, together, learning more, integrating information, expanding, growing. We're going to come back and talk to somebody who for, 15 plus years has been fighting the New World Order, the states' rights level. He was an aide to one of the state reps who introduced a bill that passed in Colorado back in 1994 for the states to say no to the federal takeover. We'll talk to him when we get back. Folks, there's a war on. Are you going to sign up to fight? And I want to commend all those that have been fighting